Hey guys, this is Ofty. In this video, I'm going to quickly go through all the new UR gears that has been added to the game but not yet released publicly for you to obtain them. So yeah, I'll introduce all of them, but please let me know what you think of them in the comments. So for accessories, we have two new potential accessories. The first one of them is for auto class. It gives attack and HP, which is really good. This is the best type of stats for accessory. And then when the wearer joins the battle, it will increase the crit damage of their first unique skill by a lot. So at level 80 is 72% and level 90 is 80%. So I think you would want to give this to Kasumi, because Kasumi is the only one with a really high crit chance for their unique skill. And if you do this at levels 80, 72% will probably be around 40 to 45% of increase of Kasumi's crit damage. Assuming you're wearing the Sakura ring already, then you will have 178% crit damage by default. There could be some other buffs that I forgot, but it will be around that damage. But think about it, Kasumi can already hit like a big chunk of your leader's HP. Now that chunk has increased by 40%, at least 40%. This is a very scary item. The next one is Beginner's Necklace. If the wearer's energy is less than or equal to 14, it will increase their first unique skill's crit rate by this much. So normally it's 36% and ultimately it will be 40%. And it will increase the crit damage by a little bit, 80% or 20%. This is going to be very like low cost unit focused. So let's think about it. If you want to build towards crit rate, what do you want? You also want the crit weapon like Dragon Hall, right? But Dragon Hall is only applicable to classes like Guardian, Attack, and Spell. Spell class doesn't have any SSR that is below 14 cost. The lowest is Miyuki. And for Guardians, the same is probably true. You might be able to get SSR under 14, but you don't really need them to crit. So the only class that you should put this on is still Attack class. And out of attack class, there are only 5 SSR that is less than or equal to 14. I think you would really want this for example, you don't want this for Saya. Saya already have her like sec kill passive. Like she will be able to kill somebody like if it's a very tanky partner, no matter how tanky they are. So like adding crit rate doesn't really help. If you use Saya, you just want to aim for the sec kill. For other attack partners that also have a synergy with crit rate and also less or equal to 14, I can think of two very good ones, Maki and Pam. So Maki doesn't have crit rate, but if you use the Dragon Hall plus this, it will like eventually give Maki over 60% crit rate. Is this 60% or 50%? Like at least 50%, but maybe if with some other. Oh, I just remember there is no longer any crit rate in the leader buffs, so it's just around 50%. That's still good, I guess. So half of the time your Maki will be able to do a ton of damage to the enemy leader, and could be interesting. You could make Maki a crit focused partner, but we'll see. I think like 50% is not the best position to be. More than 50% will really make Maki shine. Alright, next part is for armor. We have 3 potentially new UR armors. The first one is for Guardian. Whenever the wearer has a shield, increase the wearer's damage resistance rate. So it kind of is very similar concept as a boot. This boot means like whenever you have a shield, you increase your damage rate, and this one increase your damage resistance rate. The both of them are for Guardian. It's going to be, yeah, it adds a lot of value to your shield. The next one is much more interesting. It's called Redemption. So this armor, it says like if your wearer's shield is broken, then restore more than 10% of max HP and increase damage rate, and you may increase damage resistance rate. Those are not like a small number. Those are decent number, and it increases both. So I would say it's kind of good. It's really good. You also like you can compare this thing to the other one, the Lionheart one. It gives you like more 5% more HP, same times per battle, 3 times. Yeah, but this one like it also gives you damage rate and damage resistance rate, so I think it's kind of good. It's pretty good. And there's a lot of punters or other items that you can use to synergize with this shield broken effect. First is the royal something, the SR accessory that gives gives you a shield when you're being hit by chance. So that's gonna be a really good mechanism to trigger this. If your partner is tanky enough, then this is gonna heal your partner a lot and give them shield. And the best thing is that this combo, because this armor can be used for all classes and that accessory can be used for all classes, essentially you can put this combo in any partner, on any partner. And some other partners also have this shield in their skill effect. The most notable one is Kiraya. Kiraya has shield in her unique skill and has shield in her special skill. So as long as Kiraya is not doing the auto attack, she will have the shield, and breaking her shield will have this effect. So this is really good for Kiraya. Phoebe also have that, and another partner, trying to remember her name, like the light partner, Brooke, also have shield generation on special skill. You can also use this whenever you have burial in your team. Like if you want to use some burial, it's kind of a little bit waste, but also like fits burial quite well. Otherwise, I couldn't think of a lot of partners that could be good on this. Yeah, let me know if I missed something. Very simple, but I missed it. Alright, the next armor is Modic's Tuxedo. It says that if the wearer's energy is more than or equal to 15, then reduce the enemy energy by like up to 4.5 or 5 when receiving unique damage. This can be only triggered once. So this can be only triggered once. This thing, I do not know if it is the same thing as the free weapon, like the same narrative, but it does work twice on Phoebe. It might work this might also work twice on Phoebe, and because it's all class, it might even work 3 times on Gammy. So yeah, if this is out, I'm really I would want to try it on Gammy, see if he can really just destroy the enemy's energy like 3 times. That's a lot. That's a lot of energy. The next one is for boots. It's called Unreleased dress shoes. It's for all classes, and the effect is if the wearer's energy is less than or equal to 18, you gain energy equals to like around 22.5% or 25% of own energy. It's rounded down. So I think, so let me do a quick math. If we want to do it on like 22.5% on like 18%, it's 5 energy for 4 energy. On 17% is 3 energy. So at level 80, you really want to have it on a level 18 partner, otherwise it will just run down. But whenever it reaches the 25% mark, which the game hasn't released yet, then you can use it on 17 cost. You can even use it on 16 cost. They all give like 4 energy back. So as of right now, you might want to give it to partners like if you use that partner, it will just slow down your pace too much. For example, guardians or healers. There's a lot of high cost healer or guardian. If you place them, you won't be able to do damage in a fairly long time. Giving this to them would be a great choice. They also, if they can sustain themselves well enough, especially for Anna. I'm kind of thinking about Anna, but I'm not entirely sure. If you swap Anna's boost to this, will she still be able to survive all the stuff? Suppose if she can. Cause this one is your gear, it might just have more HP attached to it, so suppose if she can, then this is going to reduce Anna's energy to 14. Just imagine that. Think about that. Like this will make Anna much more useful, and this kind of like similar to the last item with like the armor item. It's playing around your energy and with respect to your enemy's energy. So I do feel like those are very Ares Battlefield targeted. I can think it's kind of. I really want to, you know, if they unlock the maximum level, I would want to try those 2 things on Gammy, so that I mean, if they have bugs, this might just give you energy every time Gammy revives. That's gonna be so good, and it might like reduce energy 3 times on Gammy. This is gonna make Gammy a really annoying machine of destroying the energy flows. But I might be just too naive. Those are some thoughts to be experimented. The next boost we have here is called Fidipidi's Path. It's a really awkward name. It says every time the wearer kills an enemy partner, restores a lot of max HP for all allied partners and summoned. This is huge. I have never seen like this. Essentially makes anybody a healer. You don't even need a healer in your team, as long as this guy who is wearing this can kill and can still survive. Your team is safe and sound. It's almost like that. I'm sure it's not like that because it's a very rare to kill enemy partner, and if you kill that partner, you might just like the 22 or 25%. It might not be enough to save all of your allies. But this is really. That sounds a lot to me, and I can think like, if, for example, in the Guardian team, if you don't use Ming plus Anna, but if you use one of them plus this item, this is gonna be good enough. It might just be good enough. Think about it like if you use this on Miyuki, who tends to kill enemy partners, and this may just heal a lot for your team. And yeah, I couldn't think, I think this kind of will be OP boots. But note that it doesn't give you any other stats. Normally the SSR boots will also give you, I think, HP percent or defense percent. This one gives you nothing, so keep that in mind. Your partner might be more squishier if you use those UR boots, but surprisingly all of the UR boots doesn't give like those stats. They're only meant to be like alternative choice of the traditional boots. Alright, so for the last category we have 4 weapons potentially unreleased. I've talked about 2 of them last time. For Mika and Nina, their effect is like this. So for Miyuki, it's like the unique skill increase some percentage and have a chance to use it again. For Nina, is only increasing the skill damage for the first unique skill and restore some rage. I don't know if this is like only for the first time or all the time, but this definitely keeps Nina in the flow, like making sure Nina can use her skills twice as soon as possible. But yeah, we haven't seen like where it could be like really powerful. I'm kind of thinking it could be another version of Kasumi to kill the leader, because it's column damage and Nina does have a really high damage if she crits. For next, the 2 new things we're gonna introduce in this video are for Edward and Kiraya. For Edward's unique skill, a unique weapon, it says that before using unique skill, Edward will steal a large amount, like 31% or even 35% of attack of the enemy for 2 rounds, maximum 1 stack, and reduce 2 energy for allies. So if there's no effect if you have sufficient energy. So it definitely means that the first time you use Edward, you might want to use him as soon as you have 16 energy, so that you don't reduce your own energy. But it's kind of really hard. The animation time alone will accumulate at least 1 energy, probably 2 energy, so it's gonna cost you more energy if you place this on Edward. Yeah, I'm still unsure, you know. It's like is it worth it? How can, like, Edward is still very squishy. If he cannot steal shield or something else, it's quite easy to kill Edward. So even increasing a lot of attack, will that work? But I can think of if you just placing 2 units against each other and Edward is just there for... Oh, I still don't know. I mean, it might play a vital role in the... forgot the name. Tencent tournament. If you can steal the enemy attack, it could be kind of cool, and there is no energy in Tencent tournament. Yeah, this could make him better in Tencent tournament. For the last one, for Kiraya's weapon, Kiraya's shield will increase by a lot amount, 36% or 40%. It will reduce our damage received from attackers and sorcerers by, like, at level 80, 45% and maximum 50%. This is gonna make Kiraya so much tankier. And you know, today the partners that deal damage are mostly attacker and sorcerer. spell also deal a lot of damage, but there's only 2 spell partners. So I think this is gonna be really cool. So let's say with a lot of shield, then Kiraya has a chance, like will be able to withhold against Seeker as long as you have enough shield. So against Miyuki, guys, there's like Miyuki won't be able to kill Kiraya with shield with just 1 skill. So I think it's still pretty good. Like this will make Kiraya much better, and I think a lot of the other weapons or like your gears are targeted for Kiraya. If you consider this weapon plus the where is it? The shield broken armor. Yeah, it's kind of a lot of boost to Kiraya. And you can also do this. Reduce AoE damage received. Celestial Steed. We already seen this. It's probably going to make Kiraya almost invincible, but is it worth it? I don't know. But it's gonna be a fun build for Kiraya. If your Kiraya, so think about like the enemy Kiraya buff. If you cannot kill Kiraya soon enough, and like she's very tanky, she accumulates her shield indefinitely, it's gonna be a nightmare. And until sometimes you can steal her shield, but unless that happens, I think Kiraya is gonna be much stronger with this weapon. Alright, that's it for this video. It might be a long video. I said I wanted it to be a short one, but it turns out to be a long one. So let me know what you think about all those UR gears in the comments. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.